What if you could take your Apple stock and your United States dollars and put them into a pool and make passive income? Anytime people exchange Apple stock for US dollars or US dollars for Apple stock, what if you can do it for Nvidia or Tesla or your favorite tech stocks? Well, hey, guess what? That is now possible on the Raydium decentralized exchange on the Solana network. In this video, we're going to be talking all about it. So we're going to talk about what market making or yield farming is, how it works, why you should be doing it now. Watch other videos on my channel to learn how you can do it in DeFi with, Ethereum and Bitcoin and, different cryptos. But today we're going to be talking about market making, how it's done in the traditional sense. And for the first time ever, humans can be market makers in the stock market, guys. DeFi is getting crazy. So per usual, none of this is financial advice. Let's jump straight into it. So guys, if you visit knowithouse.xyz and just scroll down, you definitely want to join our free membership, but do it from the description. You'll get something cooler. But what is market making? We have a video right here that compares and contrasts DeFi yield farming to TradFi market making. So basically, when you go on Robinhood or Webull to buy your Tesla stock or your Apple stock, it's companies like Citadel, Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley saying, hey, here's 100 million in cash, here's 100 million in Tesla stock. Go ahead and use this, but only use it when the price of Tesla is between $50 to $400, whatever they determine. So that means anytime Tesla is in between their range that they determine, anytime people are buying and selling, the market maker is making fees that are called bid to ask spread, aka trading fees that we pay on each transaction. That means they make money no matter where the wind blows, because there are fees on buying and fees on selling in bull markets and in bear markets. And guys, I do believe that we are the best community to teach you how to manage your portfolio like a market maker. So now we're going to hop over to the Raydium DEX, right? If you click liquidity, you can see all the different liquidity pools and the APRs, right? All the fees and the volume. And if you want to know the full deep dive on Raydium and how it works, went through the docs, the smart contract audit, all of that stuff, I did make a video a year ago. Just type in crypto Noah Raydium and this video will pop up. But I'm not going to get into all that. We're just talking about stock market making. So if you hit RWA, guys, these are all of the liquidity pools for stock pairs. This is Tesla USDC, Master USDC, Nvidia USDC, Circle USDC, Solana and Tesla, at the S&P 500 in USDC, Apple USDC, Google USDC, Amazon USDC, Meta USDC, right? Guys, this is cool stuff, and the yields are higher than you get on the dividend. You can see here the average dividend for tech stocks is generally low, with some sources placing the average at around 0.72 to 1.5%, right? We all hear about Warren Buffett making hundreds of millions of dollars per quarter on his Apple dividends, but that's because he owns billions of dollars of it. But if you go here, you can get 43% APR on your Tesla stock, right? 32% on your Nvidia, 21% on your Tesla, 43% on your Tesla and Sol, right? 5.8 on your S&P, 71% on Apple, 103% on Google, right? 69% on Amazon. And guys, guess what? You hit deposit, it's concentrated liquidity, so you can determine the price range. So if I want to go in a bit tighter, right? Stocks are way less volatile, so you can go tighter and be more comfortable versus with DeFi, crypto is more volatile. You can earn an APR that's higher than the average, right? These two purple lines are the average. So if you go in tighter, like if you go in here and you go in with the purple line, you're going to make higher than the average. And remember, you can set multiple tranches, right? You can provide liquidity to the downside. And the cool thing about this is that this is 24/7 trading. Market makers in TradFi, they only get paid when the stock market's open, when people are trading, right? People can only trade when the market's open. This is 24/7 stock trading, so you're making these yields 24/7. So now I want to talk about the risk and something that I wasn't able to figure out and something that I'm still wondering. I don't know who's custodying the underlying stocks, right? I looked through the docs, I looked on Twitter, I Googled it. There's no publicly visible detailed documentation on the site that describes who's the broker or custodian that holds the real stocks, how many shares correspond to each token, how the audits and P&L statements are managed, none of that stuff. I don't know about the minting and tokenization process, right? It's unclear exactly how the stocks become tokenized on chain, whether each token is fully backed one-to-one share in custody or if they're, synthetic derivatives. And then you do have to worry about the regulatory compliance risk. Tokenizing and offering stocks carries securities / regulatory risk. So public documentation of Raydium's compliance, KYC, AML procedure, or whether only accredited investors can participate is not clearly presented. So with that in mind, don't sell out all your Apple stock and yeet into this, right? I would definitely, if I were to do this, do a small amount, right? I'm gonna experiment with it. But for those reasons, I'm actually a lot cautious. But I do like the idea. I think it's a great idea, and this is where things are headed. But they just got to get a few more ducks in the row. So with that, I'd like to conclude this video. If you got value, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. If you want to learn how to provide liquidity like a professional market maker, click the link in the description, join our free community, book a slot on one of our DeFi webinars, or you can book a strategy session to see if our paid programs are a good fit for you. We've been getting some great results, especially lately. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I love every single one of you who tuned in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and trade safe.